Hello. Oh. Oh, is that the sound you make when I walk in the room?
The call!
Caw-caw!
It's the sound I made when I was walking up to that B-dubs.
But we're back with more match play commentary for y'all. I am joined by the hiccup and galore, the bald man with the bald gnome with the dome. Oh my, I'm all out of sorts today.
Man, I'm not a man. I'm an entity.
But we've got some match play from Sully's Abode for y'all. For those of you who tuned into the store regionals this past weekend, hope you all enjoyed it. And shout out once again to the beautiful men, Digipanda and Risu the Squirrel, for hosting the event for us and jumping on the commentary train and providing some great play-by-play for y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos and the matches. Once again, thank you to those two for always doing what they do best and supporting the community and helping us out. And congratulations to our top 4 players who did get an invite. 3 of them were very local to us. Charlie got first place, and 2 locals from Sully's, Steven and Ante, both who have featured on the channel before, also earned their invite to... Huh?
Many a time.
Many a time. Yeah. So shout out to you fellas. We are proud of you all, and we are excited to see how you guys do in Vegas. But today's matchup features a sort of a clash of 2 different variants of CS, or Cyber Sleuth. We've got Stack on the left playing Justimon CS, and we've got Jorel on the right playing a little bit more of a traditional, like sort of your OG CS build. So should be an interesting matchup. I know Stack has been trying to cook. He's been a huge Justimon fan, and having like a better top end with some pretty neat options, I think, perked his interest. So I'm curious to see what he cooked up, and hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit us up on our socials, which are linked in the video description below. And yeah, without further ado, let us hop right into the round.
Also, want to say a quick shout out to just everyone that came out to the shop.
True.
Everyone that came out to Sully's and filled that shop up. It was awesome. It was great to have. We had we hit cap. It was full crowd, so it was awesome to have everyone there. It was really cool. I hope that means that Sully's will get more store regionals moving forward, because it'd just be awesome. It's really
what
good
else
spot.
is awesome is that SP over there.
Also, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Jorel just casually posting the SP.
Casually just dropping the SP to
casually. I think this is Jorel's, like, he hasn't really played CS yet on cam, has he? He's only ever played. Jorel's basically been on Eater's Boy for like the past 2 months, I feel like.
Yeah. But he's getting decent setup going on here. I mean, Takumi, I think, is a good addition to CS because it helps them keep their body on the board that 1 extra turn potentially. So an early Takumi is always very solid, and then the Ami Aiba letting you kind of catapult your way up into your top end is also pretty goated. And then Stacks, again, kind of reciprocating with his own Ami by getting rid of the Mirai. Now, he should bot deck her, right? Or is it trash? I forget.
She goes bottom of deck, not to trash, so that is a bit of a misplay there. But I think this Stack is still learning CS stuff because he's still trying to figure out his Justy build things. I was talking with him about the Justy stuff. I think that the new Justy stuff is really good. Like, the new Mono Dramon's really solid. The new Strike Dramon's really good. Cyber Dramon's like pretty good as well. The new Justimon's honestly a pretty good card too.
Yeah. Having that immunity is also very solid.
The problem, and we talked about this. Shout out to Eddie, actually. One of the guys I played against.
God, that's a lot of monochrome ones.
We share a lot of deck interests. We were saying, like, Justy's biggest issue is that they cannot, like, dedicate to a game plan. And, like, so this newest game plan of, like, Justy interacting with option cards, be it its own option cards initially, right? And then it started interacting with opponents' option cards and everything like that. Like, they're slowly, like, still trying to figure out what they want to do with Justy, it seems like. Hopefully by the time we get an advanced deck for Justy, because he should be the next one in terms of, like, structured deck stuff for advanced decks, because they're doing all the Tamers boys, right? Like, we had Nitmon, we had Terrier, we had Sakuya. Gallon already had a structure deck already, so I think it's safe to assume that Justy might be next. Oh my god, so many Tamers already. But yeah, if we get a Justy one, hopefully they just finally kind of cement that game plan so that Justy can actually function as a deck, like, proper.
Right.
Instead of having to just kind of play weird, different strategies.
But Stack honestly might be in a pretty decent spot. I mean, yes, Jorel's got the Houdinette Cafe, he's got his Takumis and Ami set up, but like, it looks like he's a little stuck, which is still kind of the long persisting issue with CS, right? As they kind of look up and clarify a ruling here.
Yeah.
It's just if you don't see your pieces, you still are pretty stuck. So a lot of times I find myself with sometimes how tricky these ratios are. Sometimes you're like just missing that 4, right? Or you're missing that 5 to kind of really pop off, and it hurts. Oh,
it does hit an alpha.
So that Cyber Drift Swung hit the alpha, but it lives because why?
I'm trying to figure that out myself right now. I don't know if it's a DP boost or not. I gotta pull it up. I don't remember what that new Cyber Drift does entirely.
I mean, the 2 inheritables I know give DP boost, and I know Cyber Drift typically lives at a big guy. Yeah. And alpha is.
I mean, it's not. Jorel's right there, so Jorel would have noticed it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for sure.
If it would have died.
I know alpha's not always the biggest guy, so there's a chance that Cyber was actually bigger. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's only 12k. So let me just check real quick. That new Cyber Digimon. When this Digimon will leave the battle area by trashing one of your option cards in the battle area, doesn't leave. That's why. So it's he basically trashed the scramble.
Memboost or scramble. Gotcha. It
was this, yeah. And then I think he used the Memboost after.
Okay. All right. So I mean, Stack is in a really good spot here, right? Like Jorel has to find a way to deal with the board, or else he just hard loses. And we will hard slam the Kyoko, which will let him warp Evo into the alpha because we've got less than 3 security. We can go ahead and minus 5k the Justimon Blitzarm, but other than that, that is just about it. And you are a big blocker man.
And that new Justy, I believe, on Evo, on attack, and on play, you can trash an option card in your area to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. So he can go ahead and just swing and pop that alpha, do that check, and then wow,
he can swing. He can swing to pop the option. He can also just swing and naturally use the option as well, right? When a CS Digimon swings. So multiple ways to get rid of that blocker. Unfortunate.
And in general too, all turns when an option card in the battle area is trash, you want Justimon on suspends, and then your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect his Digimon for the turn. So he just gains immunity and on suspends, which is good. It's very good. Like the new Justimon is a solid card. A lot of the new Justy pieces are actually really good. It's just, again, it's like they just furthered the game plan a little bit more.
Right. And I mean, we've seen like people use Justy as a top end and even like Hootie, right? For that reason, because of that like extra unsuspend, option trash and whatnot.
We used to see, I think that we used to see it in like black hybrid like variants would run Justy, like with Justice Kick and stuff like that. Like there's always been just like weird like adjustments.
I miss Justice
for I mean, it's a great option. There's always been weird adjustments with Justimons. I hope that we I hope they commit to this option gameplay, because I think this option gameplay can be really strong for it and very unique. It helps it kind of stand out against the crowd, you know.
Jorel here definitely has a better start. Has a Garjo in the back with a Hootie Net Cafe and Stack. Also has an Angemon out with Barrier, then goes ahead and drops the Kuremi Detective Agency, picking up a Shakomon out of the revealed look like SP Justy and a Terrier. Yeah.
So Stack playing a little bit of that Hootie Justy. Like he's got some CS stuff in there, he has some Hootie stuff in there. He's kind of just got like this mishmash of cards to make it work.
Which sort of is just a good representation of what Justy is sort of right now.
Yeah, it's kind of how he's always been in this game, unfortunately for him. But it also just kind of goes to show how much you can kind of customize with Hootie and CS, right? Like we see people do just like standard Hootie loop stuff all the time, right? We've seen Alpha CS, but we like seeing what Stack's doing here. We're able to see that like CS does have different options for top end that maybe aren't the most meta, right? But they can still perform. Like there's still things that they can do that are really cool or really fun. Drops the Haguru.
Can you imagine if I'm just as someone who's enjoyed playing the CS deck as well as Galaxy, right? I'm trying to figure out. I mean, obviously the two tamers, the difference between the tamers, I think is huge. Being able to have like a more specific condition to proc that effect. But like Galaxy just felt more consistent than CS for whatever reason, even though like the idea
I
was
think
like pretty similar.
I know why it feels more consistent.
I think the force. My thought was that the
Yeah.
force do your search. You just basically go
Yep.
into a 4 and you dig for sometimes a double hit at that point.
Yep. You have 2 4s that search top 3 cards of your deck and can double hit, and you have another 4 that effectively is you're drawing 2 and gaining a memory off of.
Mm.
So you're also just like cycling, getting more memory, evoing more efficiently. I feel like typically, so you're just like you just cycle more cards.
Yeah, like the Gardro is really nice for CS, but I just wish like not Gargoing the black, not gold Numemon, not black Numemon, gold Numemon. They're both really solid. It's just none of them do search, which I feel like is a little tough. You're kind of just relying on like your Evo. Yeah. And because you run so many tamers, you just don't run as many boosts, which
yeah.
Eeh.
Yeah. So like it's weird because you have more like tamer effects that can kind of benefit you, and like at the same time, like I would say, I guess actually I think Galaxy is more efficient in its memory play with its sort of cycling, whereas CS is better at its memory cutting, like cost cutting in its play.
Yeah.
And like in that whole like vein, right? I think that I think the 4s are the biggest difference, just being like such hard search pieces to net you so much more than what CS does. Because CS, like you're saying, it is just raw draw. You're basically doing the cycle. You're doing the Digivolution, and like sure you get that off, it's cool, but then what? You know, like you don't get search. Maybe get some board control, but like if your opponent doesn't have a board and you're trying to like close out a game because your opponent's gonna OTK you the next turn, like what do you do?
Right. Which is where I like the idea of what Stack's doing. To kind of mishmash some of it. And I mean, we've seen it even with like just Hootie builds in general, right? Where they've essentially just, used the CS rookies and kind of done that loop variant, right? So you do get some utilization of like that CS, like at least the level 3 engine, but from a pure CS standpoint, I feel like it's tough because some of that utility that you get from the Hootie stuff I feel like that could, in theory, like on paper, supplement really well. It's just in practice, I feel like it just doesn't always translate to what you want it to.
Yeah. I'd agree. I would fully agree with you, Brother Bear. Jorel has plenty of memory to work with this turn.
Yeah.
Like, he's cycling through a lot of stuff. I know we've been kind of just yapping about like the what ifs about these decks, but I feel like we've seen enough CS and stuff like that. I mean, the Hootie stuff's new, but
yeah.
We've seen enough CS to kind of be like, it's just gonna cycle. It's gonna
we'll suspend him.
Bounce the hand.
That should
right?
bounce it. Yeah. That's pretty good. Akula's solid. I like Akula.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people float towards Rise Gray, and I still think that's still like your main level 5, I think, for CS, just for that aggression with Alpha. But Akula, very, very solid removal. And here we see the pretty Alpha come out. Go ahead, swing and restand.
Getting access to security trashing as well off the Digimon is just really, really powerful. It's very good. We
drop a Haguru, choking stack to Uno.
I think we're just looking at game on board for Jorel here.
Yeah. You don't get a memory boost or memory gain off of the Ryuji because there's no Digimon in play. Ami also does not see that, so. Well, Ami came out off of the Mirai, so that doesn't even matter.
Right, correct. So she wasn't able to do anything there. So we're kind of just in a weird spot.
Yeah, unless you play out another Volcanapalm.
Comet Hammer.
A Comet Hammer would only de-digivolve, right?
Yeah.
So you're... Yeah,
right, correct. Well, I was just saying he's looking at it. Yeah, so he's just... We're scooping.
Game 3. Like a game 3. I feel like nowadays, game 3s are like... few and far in between.
Yeah. All of my games this past weekend were just 2-0s, either in my favor or my opponent's.
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole video, I think, for another day. I won't start that discussion because I know once it does, we're both gonna just yap because I think we both have a lot of opinions on it.
based on the Betos conversation we had, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt bad because I
Um,
know you guys are just like trying to watch the game, and I'm just like. It's-
to be fair, the Bears were getting their conkies kicked until the very end of the game. So
yeah, then they just had a pretty
go
good
Bears.
comeback. Go Bears. Stack starting off just building in the back. Pretty good though.
Yeah, Mirai.
Mirror, yep.
That Mirai is just so good.
Yeah.
So solid.
I will say the one thing that was pretty nice to see about our top. I mean, aside, obviously, and this is nothing to Charlie, but of course, Hootie won. Whatever. Yeah. I feel like that's anticipated at this point with most events with how Hootie's been performing. Still, major congrats to Charlie. I'm not shading him at all, but it was nice to see the diversity in the rest of like the top 8. Like we had Virus Imperial, we had Purple Hybrid, we had CS Masty, we had regular Masty. There was only one Gallant and one Royal Knight, and then I think there was something else up there too that was different.
Yeah.
So, like we had a pretty wide spread of decks that like were all like technically within prizing range, which is pretty cool.
Jorel just went Rise Gray into Takumi, sorry, and then Stack is dropping a Kuremi to pick up the Ryuji. What's that level 4 name? That guy's name again? I forget. Monochrome into Strike going to Cyberdra off of the option being played. Is done for the cost, unfortunately, so it's a little tough giving Jorel that much memory to work with, but I mean, we know that Stack is running at least one ace, as we saw, I think, earlier. So, I mean, he's threatening that potential if we don't clear the stack.
Yeah. And Justy Ace is a good card. Justy Ace is honestly a really solid card.
We will peel back, though. And looks like we have the inheritable of the Numemon live to potentially reduce the Evo cost by 1 additional one. So we go Akua for 1. That'll suspend and get rid of the Feller. But we can just trash an option.
Yep.
But to your point,
we'll go ahead and play out a Tamer. Sorry. I know I was kind of yapping while stuff was happening.
No, not at all. I mean, I think to your point, right? Like and again, I'm gonna try to reel myself in, but like the diversity of the field was, absolutely was really, really nice. And I think to a degree, and again, conversation for another day, as we see a Comet Hammer come out off of the Ryuji, which is pretty solid.
Yep. Stop 3.
Bye, Exa.
Trashing the Comet Hammer to stay on the board. That's fair. Going to Justy.
Get rid of the Hootie Net. It's pretty good.
Clear the Terrier. That's really solid.
But yes, I was about to say, like, we've seen that diversity, and I think, yes, Hootie is sort of the big boogie of this meta. Maybe you could even throw on Justimon on there as well. But to kind of supplement my point, like a lot of people who've played Justimon and are doing really well with it are people who've played Justimon like back in the day, and they're like, finally, we have a Justimon deck that's like competitive now again after being kind of lost in the dark for so long. And like if you look at people like Steven, who's like done really, really well at like multiple events, just like grinding away with Virus, right? And I think these like CS Masty players, they don't care about like meta, non-meta. They grind the deck out, they know the deck, and they feel comfortable with it, and they do well. And I think we're starting to see that, as doomer as a lot of us are about Hootie and how like broken it is, blah 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 blah. And yes, it is getting to be a problem, as we've seen in some videos, but I still think like people who are dedicated, loyal to their decks, just know it in and out and can find a way to navigate it. Like there is a window for it. And like I think you can definitely still do very well with a quote unquote maybe like tier 2, tier 1.5 deck if you can pilot it well enough.
Yep, fully agree.
But anyways, that might be a video for another day. I think Jorel's done really good at just kind of responding to the threat and having a pretty good setup. If Stack can't deal with this Akua, then I'm wondering if Jorel can really do some big damage.
Go into a Cyberdra, but there's no option to keep it.
Yeah.
Safe. So if I mean, Jorel's gonna get so much memory because all the tamers. So like, yeah, sitting at 6. If he has an alpha, I mean, I think we just go alpha and we just wipe the board pretty much.
You go alpha and you slam into that guy.
Because
Trash
you minus
security.
5 on that. You minus 5 on the Evo
Rise
and you minus 5 when you swing.
Nope. Oh.
Sheeran. Yeah, that works
okay,
too.
Yeah.
Get that minus, I think it's minus 4K as an inherit, I believe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So we're looking at a Diana here. I mean, if we're missing
so
alpha, that's not a bad
Yes,
alternative. So we will purge top.
There's alpha. Go Diana for 1.
Strip 4 bot deck. Bye-bye. So you have... I think you go for it here. I don't see why not. Especially with a Takumi life. Yeah. Oh. Honestly?
Yeah, Exa.
Yeah. I'd say yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
You do your checks next turn. You have a Gardro next turn that'll come out with like a ton of memory.
The inherit affects him. He actually unsuspends.
Yeah.
The turn.
Yeah. That's why I thought about running him in that's why when I updated Galaxy I put like 1x in there because I mean honestly like he's CS like he works very well.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Oh.
So he gets access to all those CS inherits as well for stuff.
So we boost, pick up our Justy, but I think Jorel could do some damage here.
We know he can swing 2 checks for with Exa. Yeah. So we gotta find 2 more checks and then game potentially here. So if we can go into
okay. So Akua is not a Rise Gray.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we need Rise Gray into Alpha here, I think for the win. Check to security, so we trash an option and pop a tamer. Yep. God, that X is so good.
That X is very, very strong.
So strong.
And the crazy thing is he could peel back if he wanted to on the Exa, but it looks like we will just opt to choke to 1. Yeah, this is one of those scenarios where it's like you just stop there, don't swing again, make sure you don't give him any other resources like a boost or another tamer. Choke to 1, seal the game.
Because you're like there's no answer, there's no response to this short of there's no response. Nothing
there's
can actually
just
do
none.
with this.
There is
supposed to give you a win.
I mean, you could Vulcan Palm. But that would stop.
Like you Vulcan Palm, but there's still 1 stack on the board.
Right.
So that doesn't necessarily like solve the issue. And you pass over 4 memory at least.
Hold the line, Palmon. Hold the line. He's not holding the line. He's getting
Medieval Gallant doesn't solve this. Death X doesn't solve this.
He's a cooked lad. Oh.
Dropping the Justy Ace. Okay.
You know what? Yeah. Why not? Get him out there.
Stacks got that shiny SP. That shiny SP.
As Jorel casually goes to 9 memory. Our cheap and abused memory gauge system just getting run ragged.
At least with CS,
it's
they play a little bit more fair with it.
Yeah.
They do cut a lot of costs, but they play a little bit more fairly with it comparatively.
Back in the day, even like BT9, BT10, if we ever got to 10 memory, where like some shenanigans were going on, like that just never really happened. As we warp into okay.
Do you see a Vulcan Napalm that will pop the Akua?
Bye Akua. Fortitude. Suspend
Fortitude, but Justy is immune because of the on play. His blocker and he's immune.
Oh, look at that Mirai. Stack's gonna resolve Mirai. And we'll go ahead and swing alpha, yeah. Jorel does take it. Oh, that is a hand.
Yeah, he was stuck with top. And that's kind of Justy's problem, right? Where we have a decent chunk. They've released a bunch of Justimon cards. Like, there's what? Let me count really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Justimon cards.
What the hell? Really?
There's 8 Justimon cards. Yes. There's one. Let's see.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch. I think there's 2 critical arms, 2 crit arms, 2 excel arms. We have 3 blitz arms, and then 1 Justy X.
Wow.
So like, there's plenty of Justimons out there. Majority of them are very mid, but they all interact with each other. But the problem is like, yeah. But so the problem is like they've designed them so midly that you want to use them all together, but it ends up making it so that your hand gums up. And that's why that black hybrid strategy emerged, right, with the Justice Kick, because it was like, okay, well, you can slam down a Justy and then just like toolbox other Justy Evos over that one, because you can cycle like Excel Arm over Critical Arm or over Blitz Arm, and then Blitz Arm could go over Excel Arm or Critical. Like you can, you can swap arms basically.
Right.
For different effects. And some of them would suspend you and other stuff, but like it just ends up like clunking up your hand. So they just need to make a couple of good ones and leave it there.
Yeah, no, for sure. But justice for Justy one day. Thank you all for tuning in as always, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know once again in the comment section down below what you guys think or what other decks you would like to see. Competitive season is wrapping up. We've got one more regional in Orlando, I believe, on December 6th, which is about a month away. But then after that, kind of a dry season and up until Vegas in February. So we will definitely try to get a little bit more variety on there, get some more spicier decks. I know you've been kind of cooking with Dynus, as we've seen on the profile last week.
Actually, oh man, I was playtesting Dynus last night against some of my other like meta decks that I have together. I was kind of cooking. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was kind of cooking. The amount of times I actually saw the Dynus like OTK combo was insane.
There you go. So maybe we'll get that on cam. Who knows? But if there's other stuff you guys want to see, do let us know. We'll do our best to see if our local fellas can kind of pull through, and we'll see what we can get you. But hopefully, catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.